What might be the fallout from all this? What does it mean for the 2012 elections, and what does this do to the effort, the big effort, to get money out of politics? Here to answer that question is Lee Fong, investigative reporter with RepublicReport.org. Lee, welcome.
Hey, Sam. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you again. So certainly this decision is going to anger a lot of people who want to get money out of politics, you and me. But really, what option does the president have at this point now that this is the game? It's the super PAC game that we have to play in.
Well, President Obama kind of created this situation for himself. In 2010, he could have campaigned and made the Disclose Act, the legislative fix for Citizens United, a priority. He could have stumped for it. He could have issued an executive order last year. In fact, he could issue it today that would mandate campaign disclosure from federal contractors. He could have his SEC be mandating that publicly traded companies disclose their spending or at least inform their investors. He could be doing a whole range of things, even appointing a DOJ division to look into corrupt electioneering or beefing up the FEC. The sad reality is, and what most of the mainstream media isn't reporting, is that President Obama hasn't taken many of the steps that are actually on the table and available to him. He's taken the easy way out and accepting and embracing unlimited corporate money.
So, yeah, as you just mentioned, I mean, he can do, I guess, a number of things when it comes to disclosure and making sure that we at least know who's behind these super PACs and everything like that. Why do you think he's not doing that? Is he afraid of the retaliation? I mean, how much damage can people, I mean, you know this topic really well. How much damage can people like the Koch brothers or the Adelsons, who are, giving tons of money to Newt Gingrich, or, someone like Karl Rove and the people he's got on his side, how much damage can these people do in an election now if they want to?
Well, Citizens United has completely changed the game. Not only will the right from the big business alliance of the Chamber of Commerce to the Koch brothers, to the folks you mentioned, can they raise billions of dollars to defeat President Obama? They can spend that in ads. They can use it in employee coercive situations with captive meetings at big workplaces. I mean, there's a whole range of things these interests can do. But President Obama, by embracing this Citizens United form of politics, it's really dangerous because he's, number one, he can never really compete in terms of money with these guys. And number two, he's inviting a corruption scandal. I can predict here on air today that these super PACs will lead to massive scandals later this year and into the coming years. Now that President Obama is embracing this type of secret money, these multi-million-dollar checks, maybe even hundreds of million-dollar checks, we have no idea. He's blurring the line between himself and Mitt Romney. So when these scandals inevitably come, it'll hurt both President Obama and a possible President Romney.
So in just the minute we have left, Lee, is this going to take a constitutional? I mean, you mentioned the stuff he can do as a president, executive orders when it comes to disclosure, but that's kind of around the edges stuff. Is this ultimately going to take a constitutional amendment to get rid of this?
Well, I believe sunlight is the best disinfectant. Obviously an Adelson doesn't mind if their name is in the news, if they're donating a big check to Newt Gingrich, but a Target or a Walmart or even a Goldman Sachs, they don't want to have their fingerprints on their money. So I think disclosure actually kills a lot of the problem. But President Obama is not doing that, and I think you're right. A constitutional amendment is the only long-term solution.
All right. Well said, Lee, and thanks a lot for coming on. And check out RepublicReport.org, right?
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Lee. After Mitt Romney won Florida by airing 13,000